either way from Fnatic. They got a 7-2 win, very, very comfortable. For them today, Shifters have looked like a very organised team so far. Of sight there, they should have a good idea of everybody's location. Citizen nearly loses his life.
This is really good again. You've used nades so well this round to make players move, and this one finally rewards them with a kill. We're coming down to that last 30, mind you, and Blaz is still in a pretty dangerous position here, can do a lot of work. Citizen's got one. You must know that Blaz has got himself tucked in because of that stake. They make it into another. Lasmo at least gets one back, and it is Citizen to fall. Trying to look for a second. Out comes the fire, but in a 4 versus 2, surely this one is over and done with. Blaz left between a rock and a hard place.
For me, how much work can Smith get done? He's able to get in there and get disruptive. It could be perfect for them. Deepak manages to pick up Robbie, one of the big players for Shifters yesterday. Robbie and Freck had a great day.
Oh,
that's
so
going to
good.
be the other one dead. Deadshot manages to get him, and that's going to be 5 versus 3. Fnatic starting to gain that top floor control now. Blaz taken down, taken out, and that leaves us now with only Nath and Lasmo left alive. Smith takes a lot of damage, but it's not going to matter because Deadshot's just killing everybody at this point. Lasmo manages to shut him down, but it is still 4 versus 1 in favour of Fnatic.
It's Lasmo also being left in that 1vx. I would be shocked if Shifters don't call an attack timeout because they are getting battered here. Even if Lasmo clutches up, it has not been a great round for them. He's got 3 to bring down. They surely have the coordination here for Fnatic to see it over the line. 30 seconds to play. He's got 1 HP to his name. A single bullet will be enough, and sure enough, Citizen finds him in the back. A great round by Fnatic. Citizen calling a bit of info off the back of that snake, and in we go. EMP on towards the wall, and they step. The C4 comes out, but doesn't get rid of Smith. Eating all that inside the shield, but he can't quite find a kill. It's a double swing in. They get away with it. Wizard might find Freck elsewhere, but it's a bit of a turnaround still to achieve. Nathan Blaz, the final 2. Shifters.
They're going to be aiming for a 3-3 at the least now. No as a drawn hole, but Blaz is just going to be watching for any sort of pressure that they try to mount there. Does step up, does take a little bit of damage, but elsewhere Freck has managed to take out Deadshot. Deepak though just walks into sight. There's a trade there. Robbie, Deepak get each other. 4 versus 3, 40 seconds left to go, and it's not looking good for Fnatic as Smith is taken down as well. Lasmo makes it a double as he finds Citizen, and it's all up to Wizard. He does have the book above. I was going to
with it at the same time. Now going and trying to get the plant down, but they can see him, Tim. He's not fully covered by the smoke. This might need to pull off here as well. He's going to try and stick, but no, Nate can't quite hit the shots. He'll commit. Pros don't fake, I'm afraid. A 5v3 for Fnatic and a post plant that Shifters need to rescue.
Yeah, Nath was the win condition there, and missing his shots may well just cost Shifters the round. Being the Solace, it was up to him to spot that plant, whether it was in smoke, whether it wasn't. He knew where the plant was. He just couldn't find those bullets. Always tough fighting through the floors like that. Out comes some utility to try and back up the Thermite. It does manage to get the kill onto Citizen, so that gets something going for Shifters on this retake, but they've got 7 seconds there. I just don't see any way that they get this done now. Fnatic fighting well to just waste as much time as possible. Final 2 kills come in, and it is trying to challenge those power points and still just can't get it done. Deepak finds the kill, and now it's going to be the Monty bullying Freck at the minute. He does pick up Wizard, but that will be all as Smith finds the kill. Like you say, good trade, taking down the mute, creating a bit of space. 3 versus 3 though as Blaz finds Deepak, and that loses them their underblower presence.
C4 has been put there and not quite triggered. The Blaz has gone down now, so he won't be able to use it anyway. Smith tries his best, but again, there is a trade. A 1v1. Citizen coming up against Robbie. Both at 2 and 4. Someone's got to break that spree.
Who is it going to be? Time will tell. Citizen goes to put the diffuser down on the ground. Is he going to stick it? He sent up the smoke to try and create a bit of cover. Robbie had the opportunity. I think he reads it right, and he manages to get this. Yeah, okay. Excited about that
baby.
one.
Let's go.
It was a beautiful read from Robbie there, knowing that Citizen's instinct would be get out of sight.
It's their turn to be the ones that are proactive, and as we say this, we see the throw that they're gonna face Mira, they're gonna face Azami, and they're gonna face Azami.
No other player has collected an ace yet inside of EML. Want to try and make it a 3rd. Deepak with a great reverse angle on towards Robbie.
If Deadshot makes a choice here and gets himself back behind that desk that Fresh spoke about, he manages to get or just kill people. If he gets himself back behind the desk, he's actually going to be really safe with the keeper barricades and everything, because there's no verticality to play onto him.
They may well try their best, but spraying through a floor with a rifle doesn't really sound like my idea of fun to them. They'll be there all day long. Great C4, and it's a big double coming out for Wizard. A wave of the wand.
Left to go, so Blaz needs to start making a move. It's hands off keyboards time for Fnatic. You've got your angles, you've got your crosses. You don't really need to do much else except Blaz. Let him move on into sight, pick up the kill as they do. Wizard steps out and gets that one, and it is going to be as possible by clearing the whole map.
As the entry, this is kind of what I was saying for Fnatic, was if you can get out there and waste time, then fantastic, but losing players out on the roam is also not going to be a great idea. I'll come back to what I was saying when we had G2 and Falcons playing on Consulate. When G2 lost the entry, they recommitted to being out on the roam with 2 more players to try and get a response back, but look, it's just going from bad to worse. A second one found by Nate on the...
So difficult for them to get any breathing space between the two of them. He knows that the Blackbeard's coming down the stairs. Doesn't matter as we see him taken out, but Robbie does manage to get Citizen as he tries to double down on that too. Versus 4, it stands information into your teammate so that they know exactly where Deepak is located. Do they know about Smith? No, they do not. He drops the defuse, but he can't get the second, nor the third. Blaz manages to cut him down. That's a good trade. 3 versus 1, an opportunity to put the diffuser down. Look at the health on the side of Shifters though.
That's it. Okay, we've made 2 or 3 shots and maybe could have got away with something, but Shifters aren't going to let that one slide through. Now, as always, this top floor is going to be the entry point for Shifters who want to get in here and try and force players back. You can see Napoff in the distance, waiting outside sight on that thermite. They managed to get rid of Deadshot again. The entry death 2 rounds in a row here, this time falling down to Freck rather than Robbie. Still not going to complain about it because he could have been their denial later into the round.
Yeah, that's one of your big win conditions that you've just lost there. Really not ideal for Fnatic. Deadshot, I think the play initially onto the Blackbeard fine, but going on to be dealt with, and Lasmo has been significantly slowed because of that damage that Deadshot did.
That's it, well here he is. Oh no, I just thought for a second he might get away with it, but this is the risk of not fully clearing that top floor. Yep. We saw Fnatic almost pay the price for it back in the first half when Nate was the one, ironically, in the reverse spot on the Solus who couldn't stop the plant going down. Well, here, he won't even get a chance to get the plant down. That's a diffuser down in the middle of sight. Freck in for a team kill, not great, gets his teammate in the way through. So they've got rid of 1 and lost 2 in the process. Smith picks up yet another kill in the round as well. Robbie left 1 versus 3. Feels like Fnatic are about to pull ahead yet again.
Has some information on that top floor, cannot find his man. Will now have his fight, but Robbie is going to take more damage than he deals out. Final kill comes in, it's going to be Deepak with the shotgun as he moves across the door. All felt a little bit limp, did that push into sight? Nath kind of goes for it, and Black will come on to smoke. Won't be too much of a surprise. They'll know exactly where he was, but it's just that absolute pinpoint accuracy that Robert is then able to use to get the keep coming in. But now Smith is keeping himself well positioned. Freck does manage to take down Wizard. So that leaves us 5 versus 3, and I think it's going to become very difficult for Smith soon. He's going to be getting pushed aggressively anytime now.
Needs someone ready to help him if you're going to try and take on the Blackbeard. Again, as Blackbeard sets around the corner, if he's getting so far, I played this round really well. But Nave hits the deck. Freck stepping in, trying to see what he can possibly find here. Can he get Renee up as well and then look to go for the plant? As Smith finds 1 more. Robbie's in it looking, but it is all falling apart as Deadshot does what Deadshot does. 2 kills for him, 2 for Smith. Robbie left alone in a 1 versus 3. Fnatic are going to be up to match point here, Tim.
They just didn't really have a plan to deal with the clash. I think it's held them up massively. Smith got a kill as well. As we see time ticking down, Shifters lose the round, and beyond those couple of nades, there was no to choose, but Asmo does think about going in, will go for a second time, start holding on to this. Where's Deadshot? This is his job. He's the win condition. There it is. Manages to find his man. Nave taken down. Beautiful from Fnatic. How many times can Shifters pay the same price of not taking above?
Apparently, Tim, enough times to see themselves losing the game. Blast in a 1 versus 5. Fnatic take 3 points away from one.
And that is yet another 7-4 that goes in favor of Fnatic. We get to speak to the victors. We have Deepak on the line. Good evening. Congratulations on the 3 points as well. Deepak,
thank you.
You've been with Fnatic from the very beginning, and now you've won the last 3 games in a row. 9 points. Must be an amazing feeling.
I mean, the only reason we won this game, because when the league started, the EML league, I saw Freck say in the intro video, he said, I'm the best Benelux player, or the Dutch player, so I took that personally. So
Deepek,
that's why we won. That's the only reason.
I owe you an apology. The person that wrote Lightline is me. I'm so sorry. It's not Frank. I'm so sorry. I don't know.
You as well, yeah. I mean, I've been watching the interviews, and you've been doubting Fnatic a lot, so...
You know why?
Is there anything you want to say to him about that?
It's fine. There's many haters and doubters, so we just play our game and show how we can play.
I think, you know why? It's because he's just... I need to balance him. You know what I mean? Like, he's just pushing you so hard that if I'm not the one that are pulling you a bit down, we don't have an objective...
I'm just going to sit with a smile on my face.
Yeah, we don't have an objective view on it.
There's a lot of people pulling us down, but we just pull ourselves back up. It's fine. You can say whatever. It's fine.
Well, putting the things in context, like from an objective standpoint, though, like a few things to note. 9 points in a row. That's a good thing. I think a second thing that I'm seeing in the game is a lineup that actually works. Like, I see a player that is dedicated to the shields in a shield meta. I see a lineup that has a perfect balance between experienced player and rookies or young players that are hungry. Like, I see a lineup that is looking much more cohesive than the previous versions of Fnatic. Do you agree with that statement? Especially you, who've seen so many iterations.
Yeah, definitely. Like, our main problem was always like these fundamentals. We couldn't get them down, or like the basics. So we always relied on like this crazy stuff. But like, if you want to be a top team, it's like impossible. You need to have these fundamentals down, and then we look at the crazy stuff we can do after.
Do you know what, Deepek? I actually had 2 questions for you. And the first one was going to be, how does it feel after Robbie saying he was the best Dutch player? Obviously, that one's gone.
Yeah.
Not Robbie.
Yeah, Freck, sorry, not Robbie. And the second one was going to be about, do you have anything to say to the haters? So I'm pulling on my third question here.
Oh.
But,
Sorry.
It's only fair. It's only fair. You know what, Deepek? Win as much as you can, and you can come back here every time and just trash the me. I will take it.
It's fine.
My third question is a little bit more about map pool, actually, because I think we've seen you've got a very strong lure. You've trying to, you're trying to play Clubhouse a little bit. Attack's still not fully figured out on that map yet. But how do you feel your map pool sitting against, some of the top teams?
I feel like our map pool is pretty strong. Like last week, we couldn't even play layer. It was our worst map. It was our permaban.
Really?
So yeah, so we are coming there. We just haven't been a team for a really long time. So we're just really happy with all the points we're getting and like the practice we're getting in. So we're just trying to be the best team on any map possible.
I like that. It's big improvement as well. And I guess with that, as with what you're saying there about the improvement that you're making for this new team, where do you see yourselves really like in stage 1, maybe stage 2 as well? What's the perspective?
Ooh, it's gonna be hard to say because I feel like EML, any team can beat anyone. So we're just trying to improve by the week and just see how far we can come, even if we win or lose. Like, I'm already really proud, but we just want to qualify for the major and EWC.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. I'm glad to hear you're very proud of the team. You should be. 9 points is a good achievement for you guys from these last 3 games. Thank you so much for your time and good luck in the Super Week.
Good evening. Thank you.
They managed to get the job done. They get the full 9 points, and that's really all they can ask for, the full 9 points. The full 3 points today and 9 points in a row. That's really all they can ask for. I think the additions of Deadshot and Citizen into this roster across the last 2 stages have been really, really good. I know scoreboard shows Deepek on the top today and Smith as well, but I think it feels very balanced.
Deepek on the top today, but also the previous days. Like.